Welcome back. Here's to another episode of cool desk setup accessories, but this time with a focus on more affordable items. I like my stuff premium, so most products I showcase usually can be a bit expensive. In fact, the setups you'll see today are on the premium side of things with top quality products that I value for my day-to-day job, but now those more budget-friendly accessories have been added to it, and they complement those setups so well. I've learned to appreciate them more and more over time after using them on a daily basis. I got to test them all and was able to validate they were worth sharing with you, especially considering their selling price. This episode is sponsored by AnkerWork and their PowerConf C200 webcam, which does meet this budget theme we've got going on. More on it later. Now, let's jump right in. Ikea recently released this VATTENKAR monitor stand, which is fully made from bent birch plywood. It's super easy to assemble and looks pretty good. With my setup here, I have a couple furniture items made from light plywood, so it's a great match. Not only it serves as a way to prop up your monitor for a more ergonomic setup, it also adds storage space under it and on its shelf. Pretty neat. It can also serve as a laptop stand, but it's fairly wide, so you do need a wide desk to use it on the side for that purpose. The two sections can also be flipped for an even higher shelf, or they can be used independently to prop up two different things on your desk, like your monitor and your laptop. For around $33 it's a very solid option that's much better than most other plastic and cheap metal options out there. Next up is another IKEA pickup. In fact, it's from the same line, and it's this new shelf that you can clamp to your desktop. It's adjustable for multiple desktop thicknesses, and it comes in either black or white to properly match your setup. The clamps here are very nice as they make the installation super secure, let's say compared to something that's just on your desk. And then it takes almost no room on your desk surface, leaving you space for other stuff you may need. It does feel a bit flimsy out of the box, but once fully assembled, it's quite solid with the way all parts fit together. The shelves can be placed at different positions depth-wise, and it's nice as it allows to have them out of the way if two standing desks are side by side or if your desk is right next to a wall. It's really a multi-purpose tray. Not only can you fit in accessories you use often at your desk, but it can also be useful to have a plant there or something alike without it taking additional space on your desk. For around $20, you can't really go wrong here. Next up is AnkerWork's PowerConf C200 webcam. Again, thanks AnkerWork for sponsoring this episode. This webcam provides an incredible image quality from my tests without breaking the bank at $60. I've tested a bunch of webcams over the years, and up until the $150 mark, I think there's really no point spending more than that, as the C200 really competes in image quality with the most expensive options in that range. Not only that, the microphone is pretty good for something that's built into a webcam. It has stereo microphones with pretty solid background noise reduction. Hey! This is a sound test of the built-in microphones on the AnkerWork C200 webcam. It can do up to 1440p at 30 fps, which, to be fair, is plenty enough, considering most video conference softwares are capped at 1080p or lower. Overall image quality is more important than, let's say, a 4K resolution, and here, with its f2.0 aperture lens and precise autofocus, that's what you're getting. It also has an adjustable field of view of up to 95 degrees, which is wide enough for most use cases. It comes with a fully featured software where you can adjust the image settings such as the sharpness, saturation, and contrast, so you can really tweak it to your likings, but I'd say the default settings are pretty solid out of the box. Design-wise, I like that it's USB-C and it comes with a detachable cord, so if it breaks at some point or if you need a different length, you're able to do so quite easily. Then the privacy cover is built into the webcam and looks pretty cool too. It's behind the glass, so it's not likely to break from physical impact or something alike. It also comes with a standard tripod screw hole and otherwise has a decently adjustable monitor mount. The plastic used for the body feels high quality. I'd say it feels like a more expensive product than what it is. I've featured this webcam in past videos that weren't sponsored by AnkerWork, and if you go watch these, you'll see that I'm pretty much repeating what I already said in the past. I want to thank AnkerWork again for making this video possible. I'll have a link to this C200 webcam down in the description, and I invite you to check it out if you're looking for a new webcam, as it also helps the channel. Next product in line is this VESA monitor shelf. You squeeze it between your monitor and your monitor arm using the vast sets of heights available, and then it results in a shelf you can have accessories rest on top of, or even screw in, such as this friction arm I added for my USB microphone. This accessory is fully made of metal in this painted black finish, and it's as solid as I wish it could be. You can place the shelf facing back or even toward the front and have it above the monitor if you prefer. In my case, I preferred having it hidden from sight. Anything that allows me to mount my gear in the air instead of having it sit on my desk is of interest to me, so this one definitely fits the bill here. What I really like is that you can lock your gear in and you can decide the right height for your use case. Sometimes the top of your monitor isn't exactly ideal and it doesn't result in a super solid install either. Well, this little guy works quite well for that purpose. Next item is great to help with your cable management. You may have used Raceways in the past, such as these. I know I did. They do the job fine, are solid and all, but they're pretty big and noticeable, especially if you only intend on running a single cable in them. It's a bit of an eyesore for a single cable in my opinion. Well, I got these super small ones here. Not only they look a bit more polished with this rounded design, but they also take a lot less space and can sort of look as if they were a continuity of your molding if you run them next to baseboards. They come in either black or white, and I assume can also be painted to match your wall's color if needed. I wish I had known about these in the past, as now if I try to change these, I may rip off some of the paint with them and it'll be a nightmare when I could just have used the right tool for the job from the get-go. Don't make the same mistake I did and get these instead. Next up is an accessory for your mechanical keyboard, and it's this amazing wrist rest from Nuphy. They first launched these with their Halo series of keyboards where it was only offered in black or white, but they since expanded the color options immensely and they also have it in a 96% width now. These are made from acrylic and the lip is full aluminum with the nice but subtle branding. Everything feels top quality, especially considering the $30 price tag for these types of materials and the overall finish. I would expect more. The acrylic material shows a bit of skin oil at first, but it seems to become less and less visible as you use it more, so it's not really a concern. I've used this yellow one every day for weeks now and it looks great. In comparison, this green variant hasn't been used much. Finally, they also have them for their low profile line of keyboards, again with the acrylic, or this time also in a full wooden version, such as this beach option. It feels and looks super premium, and like its taller variant is offered for either the Air 65 and 75 or the newly released Air 96. These ones are even cheaper at $19. I can surely recommend these wrist rests for something that looks and feels great without breaking the bank. Next up is an accessory that will increase the cozy level of your setup by a ton, and that's an Edison style bulb. Take your existing standard lamp and replace its super bright bulb with one of these and then completely transform the mood in your room. These can be a bit on the pricey side typically, but Ikea saves the day again with these two options. The first one being the newly released Linum line of bulbs. This one features a 4-inch diameter and is perfectly clear with a 150 lumen brightness. In other words, it's not bright at all, which is what we want. It's still an LED bulb, so it won't run hot nor consume a lot of power, and having tried a couple of these types of LED Edison bulbs, a lot of them end up flickering, but the Ikea ones have been solid since I bought them well over a month ago. The specific Linum bulb sells for just under $5. The second option I have here is a bit more expensive, but has a longer LED filament for a more realistic look, and the glass is smoked a bit for an even cozier vibe. It's also a bit dimmer at 120 lumens and still has this 4-inch diameter. I really like these, and I would recommend them for a cheap upgrade to an existing exposed bulb lamp to really change the overall lighting of a desk setup. Finally, last item we will look at today is this LS26 low-profile microphone arm from Ulanzi. This all-metal swivel arm locks onto your desktop and has two straight sections with pivot joints for easy movements. I think where it excels is for low to mid-weight USB microphones, where you can easily run the USB cord throughout the holes in the frame. It's a pretty nice alternative to a similar product from Elgato, but this unit sells for $40 or less, depending on current sales. Although I would likely want something beefier with some height adjustability for a large and heavy mic, this little swivel arm is quite nice otherwise and feels great for that less intensive usage. Still, with how low it is, it's perfect to move freely under your monitor and easily be stashed away when not in use, compared to, let's say, the typical scissor style microphone boom arms. Alright, that's it for today's episode. I'm really happy with the items I picked today and truly feel like they rival with the more expensive stuff out there, and they definitely are a better value than most other similarly priced products in their respective category. I mean, if you disagree, feel free to link down below alternatives and maybe I'll feature them next time around. Alright, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed. Feel free to leave a like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe as I'll see you in the next video.